Hi everyone, happy January. This is Jane here from Super Nourished, and I just wanted to share with you something that I'm incorporating into my diet now on a daily basis, especially with it being January. I'm really ramping up the greens and trying to get my whole body cleansed, detoxified, whatever you want to call it, but I just know that eating these kind of foods in abundance is just going to make me feel good, and it's going to support my liver and just make me feel really nice and energized. So this is what a lot of people are looking for, that energy, that vibrance, and great way to do it is to start your day off with like a simple smoothie, great raw fruits and vegetables. You can't go wrong. So the basic principle of a smoothie of this type is to use some fruits, and here I've got banana, some mango, we could throw in a little bit of clementine, but you're basically looking at kind of either 50-50 or 60-40 fruit. So when you start out you might be going a little bit heavier on the fruit and just adding small handfuls of greens, but as your palate adjusts and gets used to stronger green foods, then I think you'll find that you can put a lot more of these kind of things in. So the way we start off the smoothie is with 1 cup or so of just regular water. You could also just use some almond milk or something creamy if you wanted to make the smoothie a little bit creamier. And then we're going to go in with our fruit. I've got about a cupful of frozen mango here. That's going to give it a really nice sweet kick. And mango's great for the skin, really rich in vitamin A, and anything orange is really good for the skin. So you always want to be adding that in and get that glow. I'm going to be putting a banana in. You could put more in if you wanted to, but I'm just going to go in with 1 banana. I don't want it to be too overly sweet. I'm also going to throw in one of these little gorgeous satsumas, and I was eating them yesterday and they're super sweet and delicious. Here we go, we're going to be throwing in a little bit more vitamin C. It'll also give it that slightly sweet acidic kick, which I think will be really good for the flavour balance in this. So that's our basic fruit, and then we've got to decide what greens are we going to put in. So I think when you're starting out you probably just want to be using something like spinach, the kind of lighter greens which we're more used to on the palate. Throw in a little bit of kale if you're feeling you can take it, and I'm quite accustomed to eating a lot of dark greens, so for me this is definitely going to be going in. So I'm going to show you first. We'll start probably, I'm going to put a handful of spinach in. That's number 1. And I think also maybe a little bit of cucumber. That's quite nice, just chop up a little bit. Just gives you that little bit of extra water, rich vegetable. Also really good for the skin and hair, contains biotin, which is really good for that kind of thing. So I got a few interesting greens from the market yesterday. This is winter purslane, and then this is just some mixed green which has got mizuna in, which is a really strong peppery leaf. Great, anything that's peppery and really strong on the palate, it's going to really help your liver. Those kind of very intense greens are just great for detoxification. So, but I think these, I've decided pretty much I'm going to save these for later on. I'm going to be having a really big salad with my dinner. So I think I'm definitely going to be adding some of the kale. So I'm just going to show you, if you buy it like this on the stem, which is the best way, we want to be stripping out that stem. And this is a quick and easy way to do it. You just grab the leaf like this and then just go down and pull them off. And then the stem you can keep, you can add it to your juice if you're into doing juicing, or otherwise you can just compost that. So I'm probably going to do a couple of leaves here and see how we get on. So that's that. We could add some salad leaves. So we've got some Carl's romaine lettuce. I'm probably going to use those tomorrow for a little lunch boat though. And then we've also got some sweetheart cabbage here. This is an interesting veg I picked up. Looks very much like pak choy. It's actually called tatsoi. It's from the same family. It's part of the mustard greens, but it is related to kale actually, because they're both in the brassica family. So it's got those similar properties. Really helps with detox, anti-cancer, all those kind of things. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in as well. I haven't tasted it yet actually. It's sometimes good just to taste your greens before you put them in those smoothies, so you know what you're dealing with and how strong or how not. yeah, it's pretty much like spinach. I'm going to put some of that in actually, because why not? So as you can see in the blender here, we've got water in the bottom, we've got like about a third of fruit, and then about like really packed out with the greens. We could probably put a bit more in there. I'm going to put some more spinach in, see how we get on. And then maybe, yeah, I'm going to put a little bit more fruit in. Just one more of these amazing little satsumas or clementines or whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to hit the button and then it's going to be blended. So just let me get that in. There we go. And off we go. So the button's on at the back. Here we go. I'm going to put it on a cycle. Start. So there we go, it just takes about a minute. Sorry for all the noise. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ask in my classes, like, do you need to have one of these really expensive blenders? Because of course they are, this is like the high end of the market, either the Blendtec or the Vitamix. Absolutely not. You can of course buy a regular blender, you know, much less in price. I mean, blenders start from about £30 upwards. I would say if you can afford it, definitely go for one of these. It's a big investment, but it's absolutely worth it. But I've got friends who've bought ones at around the £100 mark, which are absolutely perfectly fine. The only difference is you can see, well, you'll see when I pour it into the glass, this is super smooth. Whereas sometimes on the blenders that aren't quite so powerful, you know, you're not going to get quite that smoothness, but it'll still taste really delicious. And then you might just want to alter which veg you're using. You know, maybe some of the heartier veg like the kale may not be the best. Go for more your spinach and your softer greens. But anyway, I'm going to put this in a glass and we get to try it. So here we go. So it's lovely and thick, and because those mangoes were still frozen, hopefully this should be nice and chilled. Give it a try. Really delicious. And you know, we've put a huge amount of greens in there, but actually it just tastes fruity. If you wanted to make it a little bit brighter, more vibrant tasting, you could add some lemon, but I think I'm really happy with that. I can really taste the mango. Delicious. Anyway, I'm going to be enjoying these all week. I'm going to set myself a green smoothie challenge, make sure I'm getting them every day, and then I'll let you know how I'm getting on next week. Thanks for watching.